Hey everyone, today I'm going to compare Yieldmax HOOY to Roundhill HOOW. I've been in both of them and the stock itself, Robinhood, which I think is great, since I would say about 2 months ago. I got a massive dividend on HOOY and recovered. It was $3.50. Then I got a $6.50 dividend on HOOY. It was over $15,000, and I recovered every single time. I've also been in HOW, and I've recovered every single time, and I made capital gains. Now, yesterday morning, I sold all my Robinhood position because earnings are tomorrow, and I've been running this up from 8. I believe that real world experience and money in the game on the battlefield gives you something that Seeking Alpha doesn't give you, that spreadsheets don't give you. None of that. You have to be in it. I had somebody in my Discord telling me, oh, but Seeking Alpha says that HOW is much better. Well, I don't think so. And I don't care about the idiots that write for Seeking Alpha or the douchebag YouTubers that promote it, because when they give you a link, they get 50% of the subscription. So you can't really listen to them. People like Hamburger, Brad, the income architect, that are just out for money, monetizing every way they can. To me, all the douche tubers in this niche are irrelevant. Yesterday morning, I sold my 5,000 shares of Robinhood stock. If I didn't, I would have been destroyed. Destroyed. Because yesterday, right after I sold, something happened. It was like, I don't know why I sold. I felt intuition. But it tanked. Pre-earnings. Well, everybody was, since early June, I'd say late June, before July came, before anybody had any idea that earnings were coming out tomorrow. In August, early August. Is it early August? No, they moved it from, they're probably going to be good earnings. They moved it from August 6th to, I believe, the 30th. I have to check again, but they moved it up for sure. So I took all my profits. Now we're going to get to what matters. Okay. If we look at yesterday morning around 7:30 a.m., I was posting in my group, showing them everything. Okay. And then I told them that we talk about the Ulti paradox, which you've seen. Yes. And I told them about NVTS. This thing rocketed yesterday. We got like 30% in one day. But I told them that I sold all my Robinhood. Look at this. Great.
Geyserk said OMG NVTS, I was looking to buy more, it shot up LOL. Neo 1968 said up almost $7,000 today.
These people,
I'm done for today, smiling face with sunglasses.
Now this was key. Yesterday morning, okay, right here, at 10:25 a.m., before Hood started bleeding out.
The Oracle said at everyone as Apex members you can gloat in the main chat. Epic.
No, that's not what I want. I want this one.
The Oracle said sold all who had paid off $500,000 margin to zero.
Yeah, that was great yesterday. And from now on, when I show you my Schwab, because I looked at it on the phone, you can't see. So you can't see the impact. So, I stopped showing, like I would show sometimes a screenshot, something like this, right? And with a screenshot, you can actually see on your phone, you can see everything. I remember some douchebag YouTuber, Eugen, okay, who's just so neutral. He's like a neutered puppy. Turns around and says, oh, strategies over screenshots. That's his way to copy me. That's why I threw that kid out of my Discord. He copied every single thing I said. I don't use spreadsheets, so he says, oh, instead of using a spreadsheet, we're going to use a high-speed notepad. The fuck out of here, broke-ass bitch, wannabe. So I sold all my Hood. If I didn't sell, okay, I bought it like, I don't know, 86, 90, no, maybe 86. I started playing with this, but I had HOW and HOOY at the same time. If I didn't sell yesterday, I would have lost all this profit. It dropped massively in the afternoon. Stroke of luck, intuition. I can't say that I had any kind of magic 8-ball like Jiggly Tits the coach does or anything like that. I just had intuition, a feeling. Had a good run. My thing is to get seated before everyone else, right? And then sell into their excitement. Sell into their pump. When they finally wake up out of a coma, driving their Corollas with their little Robinhood app, That's when I'm feeding it to them, spoon-fed. Now, let's get to HOOY and HOOW. Yesterday, I took half of my position of NVTS off the table, okay, which is a chip. It's a semiconductor stock that nobody's looking at, because we were up 35% in one day. My people.
Monkey Business Group said Oracle's what a beast.
Now, 2 hours later, 1 hour later, I sold at 10 a.m. This is 11:44 a.m.
The Oracle said I sell and this happens.
Yeah, so I sold right at the peak, and then it was 108. Look at this. Do you know that $4 difference this morning would have been another $20,000 loss? Oh my God, it's 102 in the pre-market. So 103. So that's $5 differential times 5,000 shares. I would have been down $25,000 today. Insane in the membrane. Yeah, they're 730. So here's my plan. I've been saying all along, Yieldmax HOOY. You can see from the end of from the end of June here, okay, I had a $15,000 dividend from Yieldmax, and I had $1,800 from Roundhill. This is all the covered call versions on, hold on. Okay, maybe we can see like this. I can zoom for everyone. This is a screenshot, yes. So, if you see on the bottom here, we had a $15,000 dividend, $6.50 from Yieldmax. Now, I recovered that in a week because earnings were ahead of us, positive momentum, okay? These recovered HOW as well. Roundhill, I love XDTE. I gotta tell you, if I could have only one fund, it would be XDTE, and it pays every week like clockwork, every week. And my NAV goes up. So I really don't know what you could say. Now, HOOY, 7/15, July 15th, I got my last dividend of $5 and it left. Let's compare both. See, yesterday here, I put what a narrow escape as we were falling. That's amazing to be able to get out of that. So let's go to why we're here. HOOY. So if you held the stock, okay, and you had 1,000 shares, you lost $5,000 yesterday. Great, and you're losing another 1,000 today. Forget about 5,000 shares. This is the downside. When I made my video yesterday, it was on my other channel. Okay, it was this one. How to pay off $500,000 margin like a pro. And I realized when I made that video that on the screen you really can't see everything, especially if you're on your phone. So it wasn't so impactful. But with the press of one button yesterday morning, I eliminated all my margin. That's how we have to use margin now. No longer should we sit there and have a whole portfolio and then have hundreds of thousands of dollars in margin and let the dividends pay it off. No, you have a core like my XDTE and my Ulti Paradox for as long as Ulti works, and I'll be following up on that. But as long as you have a core position, then you use your margin as a sniper weapon. I bought $500,000 worth of Robinhood stock after I was done playing with all the Yieldmax and the covered call funds. And I unloaded it in a click of a button yesterday. I turned my margin to zero. And I took all those profits. That's the new way to do it. Carrying margin debt for long terms, trying to have income funds paid off is not the way to do it. It's got to be a smash and grab, even if you do a yield burglar. Go in, get the dividend, wait till it recovers and leave. Now, I said yesterday I would not buy the HOOY stock until they come out with the dividend. What if we get played? What if they hand us $2.50? Then your risk reward is not worth it because you can instantly go down in value on a red day more than the dividend. You can really get trapped. So I waited, and I'm glad I did. So let's take a look at what matters. Robinhood was down almost 5%, 4.92. HOOY was down by Yieldmax only, look at that, almost the same percentage. They're running neck and neck. So you take the ups and the downs, right? And I told you this has gone up 2 months ago. This was $70. It paid a dividend, $3.50 recovered. Then it paid a dividend of $6.50 recovered. And it's still higher than the $70 it was 2 months ago. Now, I can understand the fluctuations, the up and down. But here's where we get to it. I don't care about seeking alpha. I don't care about anybody. What you need to look at is this. So we lost $350 a share. If you had 1,000 shares of HOOD, you lost $5,000. If you had 1,000 shares of the Robinhood Yieldmax fund, HOOY, you lost $3,500. But if you were in Roundhill, you lost the most. You lost the most. Add $4 to this. So this was $70, $71, $72, $73. It was over $73. You wake up this morning, you lost thousands. Thousands. Unless you're a piss-on with 10 shares. Then who gives a fuck? I see these dumbass YouTubers. There's one, Johnny B. Okay, I don't like him. He was in my Discord. I threw him out. All right? He has like an attitude like he's some kind of god. Look, jerk off. You don't need to have 45 positions if you don't even have $45,000. That's how I look at it. Anyway, so this is why I'm staying away, and I will not do any Roundhill weeklies. You're all enamored with the stupid, oh, it's levered. You're already taking your risks with these funds. But to double your risk for a little more potential gain when we have a lot of red days, you're out of your mind. So, next time you think of one of those Roundhill weeklies and get seduced by the yield, remember days like today. If you had any substance and had 1,000 shares, you are down thousands of dollars today. Thousands. You would have been down a couple of thousand with the stock too. But these funds, even if it's levered, it's harder to catch up. I don't want anything that's going to handicap my growth. Anyway, I'm done for today. Now you can go back to listening to all the douche tubers. You got retard on dividends who sings to you like a bitch, right? His mucus problems are disgusting. Then he crinkles the water bottle and he don't give a shit because he's buying subs all over the place, advertising, sucking off all the fund managers. Who knows who's getting paid under the table? Did you ever think about that? Did you ever think about that? Who knows who's getting paid? A lot of these YouTubers we have to watch out for. When I first came on, I said, you know what? One of you jerk-offs want to interview with me? Give me 1,000 of your shares of your shit fund. And I'll do a weekly show on it. We'll see how it does. Huh. But then I got Jay. And Jay and I got along really well. Really had the best interviews. No fluff. And Howard. Howard is great. They have no AUM because they're great traders and poor at marketing. Yieldmax has outrageous AUMs. Well, trading remains questionable. And Jay will never talk to me again, so I can never go into it. I don't know if there's a room of 55 traders running all these funds, or if it's one guy pressing the old guy that they interviewed from Misty, pressing the button, and then all the algos start rolling. I don't know what they're up to. So nobody ever asks these questions because they all want to get a free Yieldmax fucking sandwich and a hat, but that's the way it is. But Yieldmax has done phenomenal with HOOY. If they announce anything over $6, I'm in. Anything under $6, I'm out. Very simple. Tell me, are you in or are you out? Have a nice day. I got another screenshot I wanted to add to you. Okay, this video is 4 years ago on my channel. Okay, Oracle ETFs. It's when I used to call it War on Wall Street. And this is why I laugh at all the morons trading options on YouTube, risking their money and their time and everything to make pennies. I used to trade options, okay? And I don't anymore. It's a pain in the ass, honestly. It's like I used to wash my car, but I don't anymore. I have people do it. So now let's look at this really close because I see that Jared-looking, jiggly tits, sweaty pumpkin showing his options trades, right? Slowly she turns, slowly she turns. Okay, that took me a couple of hours. $12,000, 82%. This is 4 years ago. This is what you don't know about my channel. If you go back to the oldest videos, I used to destroy earnings, okay? Oracle shorts Tesla, 101% win in a few hours. This was the video. Roku, let's take a look at it. Right? That W. We looked at W. So I look at this sometimes. The worth of that stock is a lot more fucking money. What I do, all right? Now this thing blows up on earnings and then usually sells off. So you got to get in and out fast. This one, you might even want to buy the stock. It's up to you. I don't buy the stock. You know why? It's a lot more expensive. Okay? You've seen, I don't know what it was, one of them, I had 70 calls, right? That represents times 100. Okay? 70 times 100. What is that? 7,000 worth of stock. Buy $7,000 worth of that stock is a lot more fucking money. Walmart will kill. So I've been doing this for a long time. The price range. See what the options cost. Today's a good day because the market's not up a lot. Oh my God, did you see that? What a blast from the past. That's when Robinhood changed everything. This kid right here. He talked about margin. This was amazing. This is 4 years ago. Okay? This kid committed suicide because he thought he owed $730,000. Robinhood is being sued for wrongful death of 20-year-old student who died by suicide last summer after he saw a negative balance of $730,000 in his trading account and thought he owed that sum of money. Wow, what a coinkydink for this to come up. I guess I wasn't supposed to say those words on YouTube. I was supposed to say ended himself. Blow me. That's all I have to say this morning. You can go back and watch my old videos and entertain yourself. Have a nice day. Go make money. And, I don't know. Bye.